There is definitely an issue of character with Prof. Soludo and his desperate search for power and relevance in Nigeria. Nigerians should therefore beware of so-called intellectuals without character and wisdom, because this combination is fatal. Dr. Okonjo Iweala, 2015. I am Freeman Armstrong Chinedu. Do stay tuned for more. There is definitely an issue of character with Prof. Soludo.
Some of them want to come to lie to us. How can anybody with brain, you think you are talking to fools? You come to people and say, I will do only one thing. Any politician who said that must be sent to a psychiatric home. Because the person must have some mental problem. When the Constitution allows you to stay up to 8 years, they come and tell us, I'm going to spend one thing. Tell us where it has never happened. Anybody who is saying I'm going to do one thing is a psychiatric examination. Because you are taking everybody else to be fooled.
Okay, if we look at the cap you are wearing, to be very candid, the cap shows an endorsement of President Bola Tinubu. You see the progressive written very boldly here. Why are you so bold in endorsing a man who is not in your party?
Talk about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I mean, I don't make any. I have no apologies about it. President Tinubu is my friend, has been my friend, 22 years now, and counting. So, hey, don't deny a friend. I'll begin to be very about who is. He is my friend. I support him. And I'm impressed by the bold steps he has taken, particularly in the areas of the economy, the structural reforms. And I have said so severally. We're taking the right steps. We only need to stay the course.
Governor Soludo of Anambra State says he has no apologies for supporting President Jonathan, President Tinubu, whom he has known personally for 22 years. And he thinks that it's the person who should remain in the saddle of government to move this country forward. Well, both Senator Wadada and Governor Soludo, they have rights under the Constitution to make their own choices. However, the way that I will look at it is to say that both gentlemen are expressing what is called political wisdom. Governor Soludo, for example, is in Anambra State. He's a potential presidential candidate from the southeast. So both now and in the future, he has to make wise choices. And I think that what he has done in this case is to take a wise decision.
Now, the second prism is that of 2027, which of course we've already spent a lot of time on. We remember the article released in November of 2022 called History Beckons and I Will Not Be Silent, when Governor Soludo expressed how he thought that any chance of Peter Obi being a president or even coming into the first two slots was an impossibility. He also broke down what he thought was Peter Obi's legacy or lack thereof, in his opinion. But it was a very controversial article at the time because he still reiterated that this is my brother. So it was strange for us to see two people from the same home ground going against each other. However, he continues in the spirit, predictably so, in saying that, well, I will not be moving from my position. I still don't believe that Peter Obi is a viable candidate for 2027, is in essence what I think is being said here. So it seems he's killing two birds with one stone, which is that ensuring that for the senatorial election, things can go in his favor. We'll wait to see how that goes. And of course, for the gubernatorial election, before we look at 2027, of course, it's all about federal might. And it's unfortunate that this is what elections have come down to.
Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State is a total failure when it comes to infrastructural development. The Viewers Corner news team visited Anambra State not too long ago as part of a working tour of the region. We did so because, in a few months' time, the governorship election of Anambra State will be held. So, when the governor, Professor Charles Soludo, speaks about his achievements as a means of convincing the people of Anambra State to re-elect him to office, we will be able to point out some of the things he said before becoming governor. Now hear this. Governor Charles Soludo said he was going to make Anambra State look like Dubai when he became governor, which he never did. We toured the popular Niwi market and its surroundings, where Governor Charles Soludo and his government generate a lot of revenue. We discovered that most roads leading to the market were taken over by water. There are no good roads in the area, and everywhere is completely messed up, which is bad. There are also other areas where he has failed completely to invest, like education. And this is coming from a professor who should know the value of education, yet could not do much to uplift that sector in his state. So, in our opinion, Governor Charles Soludo is not the right person to lead Anambra State. If he is re-elected to office, there will not be any changes. Hence, we are calling on the people of Anambra State to do the needful by voting Governor Charles Soludo out of office when the time comes. Again, the people of Anambra State should look for a credible governor like Governor Alex Otti of Abia State, who would fix Anambra State nicely, certainly not the likes of Governor Charles Soludo, who has absolutely nothing to offer to the people of Anambra State. This is the truth. Take it or leave it.
For a man who enjoyed massive support when he ran to become the governor of Anambra State this last time, the least anybody would expect from Professor Charles Soludo was turning Anambra State into Dubai, Japan, as he promised. Has he kept that promise? Your guess is as good as mine. Some people describe Professor Soludo as having developed Anambra by mouth. He's mouthy, but he's good at something though. What Americans call the crab in the bucket mentality. Is either him or nobody. Of course, his desire to become the first president of Nigeria from Igbo extraction is known to the dumb, to the deaf, and to the blind. And for that, he must pull everybody down. In this series, you see that Professor Okonjo Iweala revealed to us the true character of the man called Soludo. She came short of calling him a sadist, somebody who doesn't enjoy nothing but pulling others down for himself to climb. Will he succeed? Your guess is as good as mine. He's always throwing shots or shading the presidential candidate of Labour Party, his own brother, Peter Obi, who he has always criticized. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think. What do you think of Professor Charles Soludo's tenure in Anambra? Does he deserve a second tenure, having come short of providing security for the people of Anambra? In fact, recently, the US government criticized Nigerian elites of investing less in the people's development, instead investing like places that money is actually not needed, like government house. Soludo is guilty of that. The billions of naira Soludo invested in building a government house in Anambra State, do you think that's a priority? What will it generate? And who will live there? Get in the comment section and let me know what you think of Professor Soludo's tenure in Anambra. Did he do well? Has he done well? Does he deserve a second tenure? What about what Professor Okonjo Iweala said about Soludo?
Is it right or wrong? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until we meet again in this arena, this is Chris Diggles. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share the video, and please see something, say something, do something. Does Professor Charles Soludo deserve a second tenure? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Cheers.
Yes. You hear this Dubai Taiwan thing that people are totally disconnected from. What is Dubai Taiwan? People actually now say, please abandon this, give us APA, give us Ghana. No, seriously. So, number two, leadership. Who in his cabinet believes in this vision that he's pursuing? Alone. If you come into such state like Anambra with such a Republican mind, and you don't have enough dose of emotional intelligence, you are bound to fail. Emotional intelligence means, number one, you have to speak truth to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. You must be able to say, this is my strength, this is my weakness, and this is how to overcome my weakness. So if you think you're the smartest thing in the room, you're already failing from day one. Number two is your respect and courtesy for a fellow human being. Every single part of Anambra life, there's one quarrel, one disharmony or another. From the religious institutions to the traditional rulers, to the civil servants, to the president generals, to the town unions, to the keke drivers, to the market women, is one issue or another, because there's not enough dose of emotional intelligence.